You know what they say about people who represent themselves? You have a fool for a client.
I'm
It takes
actually a
years
genius.
of training. Yeah, yeah. Don't interrupt me when I speak. Stop.
Which is what
Do you
I
want to
said.
interrupt me again, ma'am? Ma'am, you just be quiet.
Wow.
Focus,
Probation
focus
officer
on me.
mine.
Focus on me. This isn't first grade. You're an adult. You've been warned.
It
You want to
kinda
speak
seems like
over me
that's kinda
again?
what you want to do is what it kind of
Ma'am,
like.
you're in timeout. We're going to treat you like the child you're acting like. You're in timeout. I'll deal with this next week.
Why are you pulling my?
Ma'am, you're under arrest.
This woman walked into court like the rules didn't apply to her. She kept talking over the judge, arguing about everything, and acting like she was always right. She was originally charged with assault, but now she's back in court because she couldn't even follow the simple rules of her probation. She kept saying things like it's not that serious, thinking that would make it all okay. Her lawyer kept trying to calm her down, but she wouldn't stop talking and made his job impossible. You could tell the judge was completely done with her attitude, and honestly, I don't blame him. Anyway, let's jump in and watch this entitled woman get a dose of reality.
Sylvester,
Yes, that's right.
in 21-38966, there is a second amended motion to revoke unadjudicated probation motion filed January of this year. So we've gone through about a half a year
Mm-hmm.
and we need to move forward one way or the other. What are we going to do on this, David?
She had some problems. I've spoken to her on more than one occasion. These started, I believe, in early January, February, something like that. Miss Sylvester denied that she pled guilty before the court on the original case here. Basically, as we went through the motion to revoke probation, she denied committing any of them and wanted to talk to the court about whether she committed any of these offenses because she didn't think that she should be here. She has not violated her probation, I guess is what I think she is stating.
Correct. I have not violated it. I have made every.
No, but you've never been on probation? Or
I've
you
been
are
on probation now since 2022
Right.
of December.
Yeah, that's not what you just said, David.
I've never been in any trouble or anything like that.
No, here's what's been alleged is you failed to
So-
report to the probation office in June of 23, August of 23, and September of 23.
Mhm.
You failed to work faithfully at suitable employment and provide verification of such. That's what it alleges. I know what happens with a lot of folks. As long as you're trying hard to get employment, that's what's important to me. You failed to provide verification of performing community service hours as required, and that's important because that's community service and that's a necessary concept of probation. You failed to provide verification of entering and successfully completing an anger management program. Then there's failing to pay court assessed fees as directed. This says you were $734 in arrears in court fees as of January, but some people can't pay. And if you can't pay, you don't go to jail on my watch.
Well,
And
I
hold on,
have the
one more.
ability.
And this says you failed to report to the probation office on or about September 14th, 2024 for a judicial review.
Statement moved to amend that date to September 13th, Judge.
I was not aware that I needed to go back to the probation office based on what I was told over the.
Okay, well, hold on.
Over the.
That's for me to decide and a
Okay.
hearing. I mean, you're going to plead untrue to it is what we're saying, what you're saying. I'm not going to change it. It says on or about September 14th.
All right.
It's
Well,
good enough for me.
what I would like to add is that I've made every effort to keep the check-in dates with my probation
Okay, that's
officer, excuse me, several times. I then was
Hold on. Hold
rescheduled.
on. Here's what we're going to do. If you're pleading untrue to all of these, then we have a hearing in front of me. That's me to decide. I get to hear both sides and then I make the decision. That's the way it works.
Well, what I would like is for the probation to be reinstated.
Okay, I understand what you like.
Okay.
I'll listen to that at the end of the hearing.
Okay, so that's not something that can be done today.
We can do the hearing today if you want. These are all
That's
what I just told you.
That is what I would
You need
like
to prepare for this?
to
I
be
think that
reinstated. That way I can be on my way because I've got a special needs child to take care of. I've got a family
Who's
and
taking
I've
care of the
got
child, man?
a gospel singing career as well.
Who's taking care of the child, man?
Me.
No, but when you're in jail, I mean, the child's not with you. Who's taking care of the child when you're stuck?
Well, my child is in a safety place. He's in a safe place, so I can't
A
say
family?
who is. Yes, he's with a close family member.
All right.
So he is
Well, it
safe.
needs some
He's
money.
with me. However, yes,
Is that what you're trying to say?
that is what I'm saying.
I really don't get how someone can walk into court acting innocent when their whole probation record is just one bad choice after another. She's arguing with the judge about basic stuff, missing appointments, not answering calls, and trying to twist everything into it was a misunderstanding or not my fault. Classic manipulation. You can literally see her lawyer dying inside because every time he tries to speak, she cuts him off like, court isn't a debate club, it's about taking responsibility. Talking over the judge only makes things worse. And when she keeps bringing up her kid like that excuses her mistakes, it just makes her look worse. Judges hear that excuse every day, and it doesn't work when your actions show you're not trying to change. Everyone makes mistakes, sure, but she keeps doubling down on hers.
What do we want to do today?
Judge, I believe that what Ms. Sylvester wanted to do today was to have these addressed by the court. But
Well, we have to go through a hearing and enter pleas.
Well, yes, sir.
Is that
Yes,
what
sir.
we're
And
gonna
I
do?
think that's what the court
Is that what we're going to do?
Hearing.
Yes, sir.
All right,
It's a
raise your
hearing,
right
I
hand,
believe.
man. Raise your
I'm
right
sorry.
hand.
Okay.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statements you may make during this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
All right, lower your hand.
Okay.
Does the defendant waive a formal reading of the second amended motion to revoke unadjudicated probation? Can we proceed in a summary fashion to move this along?
Yes, Your Honor.
In summary, ma'am, this states that on December 19th, 2022, in this court, I placed you on deferred or unadjudicated probation for 10 years for the third degree felony of assault on a public servant. Is all of that true? Is all of that true?
Could you read me the date again? You said
December
2019?
19th, 2022. You were placed on 10 years deferred or unadjudicated probation.
Well, correct.
Is that correct? All right, that's what it shows in all this file.
Correct.
Allegation number 1 states you failed to report to the Jefferson County Probation Office on or about June 18th, 2023, August 14th, 2023. Now we're going back 2 years. September 6th, 23, in violation of your probation order. Is that true or untrue?
That is untrue.
Okay, that's all you need to say. We're going to hear both sides on that. This states number 2, you failed to work faithfully at suitable employment and provide verification of that in violation of your probation order. Is that true or untrue?
That is untrue.
Okay,
I
that's
did-
all. No, you're going to get to explain that. We just need to figure out what's true, what's not first. 3, you failed to provide verification of performing community service hours as required of your probation order. Is that true or untrue?
That is untrue. I
4.
mean, that one is true because so yes,
Okay, you'll be able to explain all of that later.
that one is a
4,
yes.
you failed to provide verification of entering and successfully completing the anger management program as directed by the probation office. Is that true or untrue?
I did not provide verification of entering it, but I did show up to class.
It's no.
a yes and no on that one because
It's entering
typically,
and successfully
Okay,
completing.
then
It's
no.
conjunctive. You have to do both parts.
then no.
All right. I'm not going to go on this. You're paying as much as you can pay toward all of these costs and everything, aren't you?
I'm paying the count 5, Judge.
Yeah, I don't even want to go into the money. 6, you failed to report to the probation office on or about September 14th, 2024 for a judicial review. Is that true or untrue?
That is untrue
All right,
because I
that's all
wasn't
we
given the
need.
information.
Yep, that's all we need to know. No objections. Go ahead, state.
I would call Dominique Mayfield.
Yes, she would, like I stated, she would call and ask to reschedule, but those dates that she would be rescheduled for, she didn't attend.
Wow.
So out of the times,
Ma'am, you know what? Don't be rude. She gets to speak. Yes, you were.
I'm not trying to.
You just be quiet. You
Okay,
get a
I
chance
am.
to, just don't make comments when the lady is speaking, please. Thank you. And we won't interrupt you and be rude.
Okay, thank you. I didn't mean
If
to.
rude was
to
a condition of
apologize.
probation, you'd be revoked for that.
The probation officer basically confirmed everything the judge already suspected. I skipped the boring details, but yeah, she acted completely shocked, pretending it was all new information. Meanwhile, the paperwork right in front of everyone proves she's lying. Her lawyer looked calm, but you could see in his face he was silently begging her to stop talking. She's the type of client that makes lawyers question their career. She kept interrupting witnesses, talking over the judge, and acting like she's the victim. The more she talked, the clearer it became. She just wanted to argue, not fix anything. This is what happens when ego replaces common sense. The judge and probation officer tried to help, even asking about her past jobs. She said she worked at Wendy's and Steak and Shake but left because of problems. She claimed she was also trying to sell food on her own, but the judge quickly shut that down, saying it doesn't count if probation doesn't know about it. You can't just do whatever you want and call it compliance. Then she said nobody showed up for her anger management class. The judge reminded her that it's her job to make sure it gets done, not anyone else's. Probation isn't babysitting. You have to take charge of your own life. He even told her, you can't blame others. This is your freedom on the line. Later, the judge mentioned she missed a court date in September 2024. She tried to say she didn't know about it and thought her charges were dropped. But the judge wasn't buying it. He told her that representing herself in court without being a lawyer was a bad idea. People who represent themselves have a fool for a client, he said. When she tried to interrupt again, the judge snapped. He told her to stop talking over him or go to jail. But she kept doing it. So, he finally had enough and said, "You're in timeout. I'll deal with this next week. You're going to jail." She kept insisting it was her first time, but the judge didn't believe it. The officers took her into custody as she kept arguing. In the end, the judge didn't give her the usual 30 days for contempt, just 7 days in jail to think about her behavior. It might not sound like much, but a week behind bars is plenty of time to realize that arguing with a judge never ends well. Honestly, her lawyer deserves a raise for putting up with her. Watching him try to defend her was like watching someone mop up the ocean. Impossible. After that week in jail, she's back on probation but with stricter rules now. Hopefully she finally learns from it, because next time she might not be so lucky. What do you guys think? Should the judge have given her more time, or was a second chance fair? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.